Hi you guys, it's Mary again with Mary's Cooking School. It occurred to me yesterday, I was shopping for the weekend, and it occurred to me a lot of people don't rock a meatloaf anymore, right? I want to show you guys some tips and tricks. So if it's meatloaf or meatballs or any of that stuff, there's really cool stuff you can do to all of it to make it okay. All right, so I'm good at the camera. I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to show you what's happening. There. Okay, so first of all, what you need to do when you're making a mixture like this is you need to make what they call a panade. And it's usually breadcrumbs and milk, okay? Now, I like to do it a little bit gluten-free, so I'm doing oatmeal today, okay? So about a quarter cup of either, breadcrumbs or panko or oatmeal. Same amount of milk. You can use almond milk, heavy cream if you're slutty like me, regular milk, whatever. You're looking for moisture, okay? Which is why you're also adding our friend, the egg. Yes. Now, and this gets just gloriously messy in a minute. But what this does, you guys, the panade and the egg, they hold everything together and your meatloaf is much more, succulent and delicious. Now, big ass pile of chopped up mushrooms. They were getting a little funky, right? Not bad, but so they're going in too. If you have people in your family that don't like mushrooms, like I do, you mince them really, really fine. And in a meatloaf, all they really do is add umami, that wonderful, warm, good flavor, okay? So that's all in there. Now we gotta get nasty. Now this one I'm doing today is half chicken and half pork. If you ever do all chicken, which I usually do, you wanna make sure and put something in there to make it have that umami, to make it more delicious. Whether it's, again, mushrooms or, something interesting, cheese, Parmesan, sun-dried tomatoes, even Kalamata olives. All those go great with a chicken meatloaf, and you're not adding any more meaty products. So that's our chicken. Here's our porky pork, right? And then before I get my hands all up in there, I'm gonna do the seasonings. I love to do a meatloaf with curry and raisins. That's really delightful. This one today, because it's for the grandkid tomorrow, it's gonna be more, plain. So we've got a little onion powder. Now, if you wanted to, with those mushrooms, you could have put in either some chopped, green onion or some sauteed regular onion. That makes it delicious as well. Now this is a little of an Indian spice. This is garam masala. It's kind of cinnamony. It's really good. And then, I don't know if you guys know about Johnny's, but Johnny's seasoning is the business. So a little bit of that on there. Now again, you really have to make sure there's a lot of flavor in your meatloaf. Otherwise, it's just a boring bunch of brown weirdness, right? And then you got to get in there. So we're doing this and we're doing this and all of this like that. And you can see pretty soon what we're going to have, is a glorious mess. Oh yeah. And don't be a wimp. Don't be a weenie. It's just raw meat, for God's sake. Get your hands in there, mix it up, make it delicious. Yeah, and you can see that cream and that, the milk and the egg getting in there. Now the deal with meatloaf and meatballs, you guys, is you don't want to work it too long, okay? If you keep working at it, the protein strands get really long and tough. And no one wants tough protein units. So there you go, right? A little bit more, blah, blah. This is super fun. And actually, your kids, if they're, over 6 or so, this is fun for them too. And then just plop it in your glorious old loaf pan, and I'll put it in a 350 oven for about, 50 minutes until all the fat is rendered, until there's no pink, okay? And then you're going to have delicious meatloaf, okay? Okay, you guys, more tips soon. See ya. Bye.